So are you looking to get pregnant and you are on a GLP-1 or thinking about it? So here's what you need to know. Or what about if you're not looking to get pregnant and you're on a GLP-1? Here's also what you need to know. My name's Tiffany. I'm a physician assistant. I work in internal medicine and I'm a big advocate of GLP-1s. So let's get into this. So ever since GLP-1s have been on the market, we have known that they affect fertility. For the most part, they affect fertility in a positive way. So people are much more likely to be fertile when they're on a GLP-1 medication. This is for multiple different reasons, but we'll go over those here in a few seconds. But this is important to think about if you are desiring pregnancy, or perhaps if you are trying to avoid pregnancy. We need to take that into consideration. So we know that obesity is a major risk factor in fertility for both sexes. So when you go to lose weight, that we know your fertility does increase, and that is for both men and women. Also, we see improved ovulation in women, especially women with PCOS. So when we help you ovulate more regularly, then your chances of becoming pregnant obviously get better. GLP-1s help make your body more sensitive to the insulin that you make already. So when we improve your insulin sensitivity, then we think that that does actually help with fertility. Now, although this is poorly understood, this is something that we're still working on the science behind. Now, I get this question a lot. GLP-1s are a hormone, but they are not the hormones like we're thinking male and female hormones like estrogen and testosterone. However, when the hormones GLP-1 affect other hormones in your body like insulin, they can play a role in regulating the male and female hormones, which are testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, and some of those others. Those are the hormones that kind of regulate your cycle and whether or not it's easy or not easy to get pregnant. So it really kind of is a chain reaction. There's been a few limited studies that we've done so far with GLP-1s and fertility. We know that men on a GLP-1 tend to have higher quality sperm. And then we also know that women who are going through IVF treatments tended to end up with a higher percentage of pregnancy. So probably the most important thing, if you're somebody who's been diagnosed with infertility and you've been told that you just can't get pregnant and you start a GLP-1, then don't be surprised if you're not using contraception and you end up pregnant. I think that children are always a blessing, but just be prepared. And just because you've been told that you cannot get pregnant before, a GLP-1 might make that possible. So just something to think about. And if you do not desire pregnancy, just make sure that you are taking steps to avoid that if you get started on a GLP-1. So let me know in the comments if you have been started on GLP-1 and you have had an accidental pregnancy or a pregnancy that was not expected. So, all right, y'all have a great weekend. Thanks.